Say the strategy failed when a move didn't land. They rewrite the schedule but don't understand. They launch something new, call it strategy again, but it's just another action with a different name. They change the tools, they change the pace, but never stop to ask, what game are we playing in this place? The different strategies, choosing the game. Plans map the road, tactics play the frame. One decides where, one guesses when, one acts now. Again and again they work together, but they're not the same thing. Mix them up and nothing makes sense.
Strategy comes first before the calendar fills. It's not a goal, it's not a list of skills. It's about where to compete and where not to go, what you'll protect and what you'll let go.
Strategy doesn't change every time things shake. It holds when pressure rises and tough choices ache. It's the answer to how do we win, not what should we do this quarter, this week, by then. The different strategies, choosing the game. Plans map the road, tactics play the frame. One decides where, one guesses when, one acts now. Again and again they're connected but not the same thing. Plans turn strategy into steps in time. They say first this, then that line. They depend on assumptions about how things will go. When the truth is simple, they're often wrong. Plans help us prepare, they help us align. But when the world changes, plans fall behind. A broken plan doesn't mean bad strategy, it just means reality didn't follow the spreadsheet.
Tactics are the moves you make today, what you do when things don't go your way. They're fast, they're flexible, they react to the ground, to customers, rivals, and what's happening now.
You can change tactics as often as you need, but without strategy you're just moving at speed. Busy, not directed, active, not clear, doing more and more without knowing why you're here. Why it matters when tactics fail, people panic and switch. When plans break, they call it strategic drift. They fix what's visible, what's easy to change without asking, are we still playing the right game? Strategy chooses the game. Plans imagine the road. Tactics make moves when the road breaks or folds. Different levels, different roles. One gives direction, one adapts, one controls. Not the same thing, never was. If everything is strategy, then nothing is. And choice disappears behind motion and noise.
Red water, blue water, yeah, red ocean versus blue ocean strategy. Picture a crowded market, too many boats, same sea. Everyone chasing the same customers, fighting to be seen. Prices dropping lower, margins getting thin. Winning means taking from someone else just to stay in the game. Restaurants on the same street, airlines racing on price. Phones that look almost identical identical, features copied overnight. Work harder, move faster, run the same old race in red water. Competition never gives you space. You can fight in red water, where the rules are already set. Or you can look for blue water, where no one's swimming, yeah. One ocean's about beating rivals, the other's about changing the game. You don't win the same way, yeah. And they're not the same. What red ocean strategy means? Red ocean strategy is be better than the rest. Lower cost, higher quality, pass the same old test. It's about market share and outperforming peers, yeah. But every move invites a response, and the pressure never clears. Red oceans aren't wrong, they're just crowded and tough. Sometimes you have no choice and competing is enough. But if all you do is copy and fight on price or speed, the ocean gets redder the harder you compete. You can fight in red water, where everyone knows the play. Or you can search for blue water and do it a different way. One ocean divides the pie, the other bakes something new. Same company, same people, different way to move, yeah. Blue ocean idea, blue ocean strategy starts with a different question. Who are we not serving? What problem are we missing? Instead of fighting for demand that already exists, you create new value where competition is weak or dismissed. Think of Cirque du Soleil, not circus, not theater. They drop the animals and raise the experience meter. Or Nintendo Wii, not faster, not stronger, just fun for families who weren't gamers before. They didn't win by fighting, they won by redesign. What customers cared about and left the rest behind. You can fight in red water, but two ways to compete. One battles rivals, one rethinks the need. Red oceans focus on beating, blue oceans focus on value. Both are strategies, but they ask different things of you, yeah. How blue oceans are created. Blue oceans don't come from luck, they're designed with care by deciding what to remove, what to reduce, what to raise, what to add that wasn't there. Less of what everyone offers, more of what people want. Simpler, cheaper, different, in ways competitors don't. Blue oceans require courage to stop doing what feels safe, to let go of industry rules and redesign the space. The reality check, blue oceans don't last forever. Others will follow your lead. Over time the water crowds again, and competition will bleed. So strategy is not choosing once, it's choosing again and again. Knowing when to compete and when to reinvent. The danger isn't red water, the danger is not knowing where you are and why you're there and where you're going, yeah. You can find a red water, blue water, competition or creation. One improves the rules, one changes the situation. The question isn't which one is right, it's what does this moment require. Sometimes you fight, sometimes you design, but strategy starts when you choose the water before you jump in. You don't escape competition by wishing it away. You escape it by creating value in a new way.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hondu, yeah, 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 yeah. Come in that woman. Come in that woman. One move, one move, one move. They say the strategy failed when a move didn't land. They rewrite the schedule, but don't understand. They launch something new, call it strategy again. But it's just another action with a different name. They change the tools, they change the pace, but never stop to ask what game are we playing in this place. Yeah.
Strategy is choosing the game.
Plans map the road, tactics play the frame. One decides where,
One guess is when.
one acts now.
Again and again.
They work together, but they're not the same thing.
Mix them up,
One move,
mix them up, and nothing makes sense. Oh, 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 oh,
the calendar fills. It's not a goal, it's not a list of skills. It's about where to compete and where not to go. What you'll protect and what you'll let go. Strategy doesn't change every time things shake. It holds when pressure rises and tough choices ache. It's the answer to how do we win, not what should we do this quarter, this week, by then.
Strategy is choosing the game.
Plans map the road, tactics play the frame. One decides where,
One guesses when,
one acts now.
again and again.
They're connected but not the same thing. They're connected but not the same thing. Plans turn strategy into steps in time. They say first this, then that line. They depend on assumptions about how things will go. And the truth is simple, they're often wrong. Plans help us prepare, they help us align. But when the world changes, plans fall behind. A broken plan doesn't mean bad strategy, it just means reality didn't follow the spreadsheet. Tactics are the moves you make today. What you do when things don't go your way. They're fast, they're flexible, they react to the ground, to customers, rivals, and what's happening now. You can change tactics as often as you need, but without strategy you're just moving at speed. Busy, not directed, active, not clear, doing more and more without knowing why you're here, why it matters. When tactics fail, people panic and switch. When plans break, they call it strategic drift. They fix what's visible, what's easy to change without asking, are we still playing the right game?
Strategy chooses the game.
Plans imagine the road,
Tactics make or break.
when the road breaks or falls.
The less is when,
One gives direction,
one adapts.
one controls, not the same thing, never was the case. Hey, if everything is strategy, then nothing is and choice disappears. Behind motion and noise. When they done
Red water, blue water. Picture a crowded market, too many plays, same space. Everyone chasing the same customers, running the same race. Prices fall, margins shrink, every move gets copied fast. Winning means taking from someone else just to make it last. Restaurants on the same street, airlines fighting on price. Red water is competition, but pressure never dies. You can fight in red water, where the rules are already set. Or you can look for blue water, where no one's swimming yet. One ocean fights for share, the other creates something new. Same company, same people, different way to choose. Blue ocean thinking starts with a different question. Who are we not serving? What problem are we missing? Circus, so they change the circus. No animals, more art. Intend to eat wasn't faster, just easier to start. They didn't win by fighting, they won by redesign. What people truly cared about and left the rest behind. You can fight in red water, where the rules are already set. Or you can look for blue water, where no one's swimming yet. One ocean fights for share, the other creates something new. Same company, same people, different way to choose. Blue oceans don't last forever, others will follow your lead. So strategy is knowing when to compete and when to create. Red water, oh, blue water. Ooh, competition or creation. Strategy starts when you choose the water before you jump in.
Oh, 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 oh.
company has things, buildings, money, tools, products on shelves, people who know the rules. Some things you can see, some things you can count, but having resources is not the same as knowing how to make them count. Cash helps you start, technology helps you move, but those things alone don't explain why some firms keep winning and others don't. The core idea, it's not just what you have, it's what you can do. What you learned over time, what your people know is true. Anyone can buy assets, anyone can spend. Advantage comes from what can be copied, what others can't replicate or pretend. Resources are things you can own or control. Capabilities are skills that turn things into results. A brand is a name, but trust takes years. A team is a group, but experience builds through tears. Machines can be purchased, processes can be seen, but a routines, culture, and know-how live somewhere in between. The core idea, it's not just what you have, it's how you use it well. How pieces work together in ways others can't tell. You can copy the surface, you can copy the look, but you can't copy the system that was written page by page in an unwritten book. Competitors watch you closely, they try to do the same. They hire your people, they copy your game, but what they don't see is what connects the parts, the habits, the trust, the way decisions start. Culture doesn't travel, experience doesn't transfer fast. What looks simple on the outside is built layer by layer from the past. Really creates a edge, it really finishes quiet, often invisible, hard to explain. It comes from fit, from history, from learning through pain. It's valuable because it works, rare because it's unique, hard to imitate because it's deeply woven, complex and incomplete. It's not just what you have, it's what you can do. What you protect, what you practice, what to hold together under pressure too. Money fades, products age, technology changes fast, but capability endure because they're built, not bought, and they last. You don't win because you own more, you win because you learn more, and others can't catch up overnight to what took you years to build. Yeah, 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 yeah. At the start the choice was easy, a sign up, a click, a trial run. Many options look the same, nothing tying you to one. You picked a tool, a platform, a system to get things done. It worked well enough to start, so you stayed and learned as you went along. You learn where things are, which buttons do what. The shortcuts, the settings, the rhythm you forgot you once had to unlock. The core idea, switching cars aren't just money. Their time and effort spent, their habits you built, and skills you learned that don't transfer when you switch. It's hard to leave what you already know once learning sets in. Walking away isn't free anymore. You trained your team, watch the tires late, build workflows that fit the way you operate. Mistakes turn to experience, confusion turn into speed. What took weeks at the start now happens almost automatically. A new system might be better on paper, on a slide, but it comes with a learning curve you don't see until you try. Learning again means slowing down, losing momentum you already earned. That's a cost no invoice shows, but every manager has felt. The core idea, switching cars aren't just fees, they're the time you lose to relearn. Every hour spent catching up is an hour you don't return. It's not that change is bad, it's that progress has weight. Once you've climbed the curve, starting over is never light. Your data lives inside the system, files, history, choices made. Moving it all isn't just export and paste. Your customers are there, your partners too. APIs, integrations built around what you already use. Teams coordinate faster because they share the same tools. Switching means misalignment, reading slow, errors multiply, rules change mid-move. Locking isn't always a trap, sometimes it's just fit. But fit creates dependence, and dependence raises the cost to quit. Core ideas, switching costs aren't just fit. The connections that grow, the deeper the system fit, the harder it is to let go. The core idea, switching costs aren't just money. The connections that
I'll pull you back inside. Leaving means breaking more than just a contract you signed. Just a contract you signed, yeah. There's also the effort of change, convincing people again, explaining why, training why, managing frustration. When the old way was comfortable, the new way feels slow. Even if it's better later, right now it hurts to know people resist, not because they're lazy, but because effort is real. Switching costs live in emotions as much as they live in skill. The strategic insight, high switching costs protect advantage. They buy firms time, they reduce churn, they stabilize demand. But they also create responsibility, because when people stay, sometimes it's value, sometimes it's friction that keeps them that way. Smart strategy, lower switching costs when trust matters more than lock-in. Raises them carefully when learning and fit create real value within. Switching costs are built over time through learning and use. The deeper the experience, the harder it is to move. It's not about trapping users, it's about making the choice to stay. Rational because leaving would cost too much today. The strongest advantages don't rely on force, they rely on learning, fit, and time. Once people invest deeply, leaving is never just a decision, it's a cost.
You're stuck in the middle. Everyone wants it all. Low cost, high value, fast growth, big margins. Why choose one when you could try both? Why say no when saying yes feels safe? So prices drop but features grow, costs rise but value's unclear. Customers pause, competitors smile. Something's wrong but it's hard to say. The problem, you're stuck in the middle, neither cheap nor special, trying to win on every front, but losing your edge. You're stuck in the middle, no clear reason to choose you, no clear story to tell. Why cost and differentiation don't mix? Cost leadership needs discipline, standardization, school efficiency. Differentiation needs investment, design, brand experience. One strips things out, the other adds things in. One avoids extras, the other depends on them. When you mix the logics, costs creep up, prices can't follow, margins get crushed. The problem, you're stuck in the middle, cutting costs, adding features, confusing everyone, including yourself. You're stuck in the middle, trying to look premium while competing on price. That tension never resolves. Our customers don't analyze, they compare. They ask one question, why should I choose this? If you're not the cheapest, why pay less? If you're not the best, why pay more? Being average isn't neutral, it's invisible. You don't offend, you don't excite, you don't win. The strategic insight, the danger isn't choosing cost or choosing difference. Both can work. The danger is refusing to choose, because choice feels risky and commitment feels uncomfortable. But strategy is commitment, lived every day through trade-offs you can't hide from. Don't stay in the middle, pick a logic, build around it, be the lowest less cost with discipline, or be different with purpose. But don't pretend you can do both without paying the price, because the middle always costs the most. Trying to be everything doesn't make you flexible. It makes you forgettable.
The cost of choice. Everyone loves open doors. Every option feel like power. Waiting feel like wisdom, but time keeps charging by the hour. You can study every signal, you can model every move, but the moment you decide is the moment past are removed. Silence feels like safety, delay feels clean and wide, but indecision writes its own plan and builds you in disguise. Every yes is a no to something else. That's the cost nobody avoids. You don't just pick a direction, you accept the cost of choice. Some doors close forever, some bets won't refund. Strategy isn't being certain, it's standing when the die is done. You invest in more than money, you invest in who you become. Culture bends around decisions long before the results arrive undone. Reputation learns your patterns, commitment leaves a trace. The market doesn't grade intention, only what you chose to face. You can't hedge every future, you can't keep every lane. A firm without commitment, it's just motion without gain. Every yes is a no to something else. That's the cost nobody avoids. You don't just pick a direction, you accept the cost of choice. Some doors close forever, some bets won't refund. Strategy isn't being certain, it's standing when the die is done. No model pays the price, no forecast takes the blame. Data can advise the move, but judgment signs the name. No spreadsheet feels regret, no algorithm stays behind. Strategy is ownership of consequences over time. Every yes is a no to something else. That's the line leaders cross. You don't just choose what you pursue, you choose what you're willing to lose in the cost. What cost? Strategy is not about being right, it's about being committed. Reversal is expensive, and responsibility is permitted. That is the cost of choice.
Yeah, where value is made, where value is made. Yeah. Strategy isn't just the market you choose, it's what happens inside and the work that you do. That is built in activity, step by step. Not departments, not titles, but the process itself. Values change roads, where values made, where costs are added, where advantage stays. Not one part, it's the whole system working smart. And now logistics, inputs come in, receipts nor handle, suppliers matter then. Operations turn inputs to use, speed, quality, tech, shape what you produce. Outbound logistics get quite up south, delivery, reliability, no delays, no down. Marketing and sales turn value to pay. Grace promotion, why customers stay. Service comes after support, retention, repeat business starts with attention. Inputs flows. Each that hands or breaks the chain. Customers judge and begin to fame. Infrastructure sets control and plan. HR trains people, skills drive the stand. Technology licks the chain into aim. Procurement by smart, costs drop when your Spain. Support doesn't sell, but it shapes how you win. That's a four breaks, even great strategy within. The real advantage isn't one activity. It's how they fit as a system collectively. Follows copy steps, they struggle to copy. The way activities work together tightly. Value is paid. Value is paid. Value is paid. But value change shows where strategy lives inside the firm and what it actually does. Strategy isn't a slogan, it's word. Step by step. That's where value is at.
Everyone talks about strategy, few stop to define the word. It's used for moves and missions, for every action never heard. But strategy lives deeper than slogans, goals, or speed. It starts with one hard question: what future do we believe? Not what we'll do tomorrow, not what we'll fix today, but where we choose to stand as the world moves its way. Strategy is choice under uncertainty, a direction you defend over time. It's deciding where you play the game and how you draw the line. It's not doing everything. It's not moving fast or free. Strategy is commitment to what you choose to be. You don't act in empty space, others want the same reward. Same customer, same attention, same value on the board. Strategy defines a position, a place you aim to own, where your strengths fit the field in ways others can't clone. Lower cost, different value, trust, speed, or design. Strategy answers why you win, not just who crossed the line. If everyone can copy fast, your edge won't survive. Strategy builds a logic that keeps advantage alive. Strategy is choice under uncertainty, not reaction, not fear. It's clarity when options multiply and the future's unclear. It's where to compete, how to win, what to protect and grow. Strategists saying no with purpose, so yes can mean more. Every choice creates a cost, every focus shuts a door. That's not weakness, that's how strategy becomes more. Trade-offs make the system fit, activities reinforce the same view. Not random moves, but coherence across everything you do. When actions align and repeat, a pattern starts to show. Strategy isn't one decision, it's the logic beneath them all. Anyone can look smart once, anyone can win a day. Strategy prove itself by what stays the same when pressure rises and shortcuts appear. Strategy is what holds firm when abandoning it feels easier. Find a mission, yeah. Strategy is a theory of success in a world you don't control. A belief about advantage you're willing to own. It's not certainty, it's not predictions, it's judgment that stands. Strategy is the choice that holds when the future demands. Before the move, before the plan, before the next big choice. Strategy begins when you decide who you are and why. Same slide decks, same rivals, same merger meetings. Different year, same thinking, red ocean thinking. Every boardroom starts with fear. Who's taking our share this year? Who cut prices? Who moved fast? Who copied what we did last? Add a feature, add a discount, add a promise we can't keep. Running faster than our margins, call in motion strategy. Everyone's watching everyone, every move gets mirrored back. When it means you take from someone and hope the market doesn't crack. Crowded space, shallow thinking, red water rising to the neck. If
success means beating rivals. Why does it feel like we're wrecked? Data's loud but insight's missing. Dashboards don't explain why. Customers leave without complaining. Growth slows, no one asks why. What if the question's wrong? What if we're fighting the past? What if winning isn't beating rivals but escaping the match? You don't need a better weapon. You don't need to play that game. Sometimes strategy begins when you change the question's name. Change the question's name. Blue ocean starts with subtraction. Now what more can we add? Eliminate what no one values. Reduce what makes it bad. Raise what people truly care about. Create what's been ignored. Not a better version of the same, but a different value core. Circuit animals kept the magic. Art replaced the risk. Nintendo skipped the specs. War made play feel natural quick. They didn't ask, how do we win? Inside a bloody fight, they asked who's not invited and built for them that night. What if the question's wrong? What if the map is outdated? What if growth comes from rethinking what the industry inflated? You don't need to outrun rivals. You don't need to win that race. You win when customers say this was made for me, not the space. Eliminate the noise, reduce the waste, raise what matters, create new space. Eliminate the new race, create, eliminate, reduce, raise, create, not more features, not more speed, more meaning, less fatigue. Blue oceans don't last forever. Someone always follows the trail. Imitation is the tax you pay for seeing the future first, not failing. So strategy isn't blue forever, and it's not red forever too. It's knowing when to compete and when to design something new. Timing matters, choices bite, trade-offs cut both ways. Strategy lives in what you refuse, not just what you say. So stop asking who you'll defeat, ask who you'll finally serve. The ocean changes when you decide what value truly deserves. Red water reacts to rivals, blue water rewrites the rules. Strategy starts before the fight. When you choose the water, you choose the future, you choose the rule. Strategy isn't about fighting harder, it's about thinking differently. Change the question, change the market. Change the question, change the market. Change the question. Yeah. Yeah, something didn't feel right the way it was. Same old answers, same old buzz. It worked before, but not today. I kept thinking there's another way. Everyone said, why change a thing? But comfort never made us win. So we asked the question, crossed the line, traded certainty for a try. No map, no guarantee, just a gut feeling pulling me forward into what we don't know yet. We didn't get it right the first time, didn't see it clear from the start. Broke and fixed it, learned the hard way. Put the pieces back with smarter parts. It's not perfect, it's not forever, but it's better than yesterday. Yeah, it's better than yesterday. Yeah. Built it once, it fell apart. Looked so good inside our heads. Reality hit way too fast. Found the cracks we never said. Every no show where to look, every miss rewrote the book. Turned Turns out failure's not the end, it's just data talking back again. So we listen instead of blame, change the move, not why we came. Kept the fire, shifted the flame. Yeah, we didn't get it right the first time, didn't see it clear from the start. Broke it, fix it, learn the hard way. Put the pieces back on smarter parts. It's not perfect, it's not forever, but it's better than yesterday. Yeah, it's better than yesterday. Same goal, new direction. Same dream, better question. Let go of what used to work to build works. Now not every choice feels safe, not every loss is a mistake. You don't win by standing in still, you win by learning faster than you fall. Now it works out in the real world, not just slides, not just talk. Still problems waiting down the road, still decisions we can't dodge. Success brings a different test, growth puts pressure on the best. So we stay curious, stay awake, ready for the next mistake. We didn't get it right the first time, that was never really the plan. We learned, adapt, and made the call, put judgment back in human hands. It's not perfect, it's not forever, but it's honest, it's alive, yeah, it's better. And that's why we didn't get it right. We got it smarter. And tomorrow will make it better. Yeah, yesterday.
Let's make a deal. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's make a deal.
Walked in the room with the price in my head, but the market speaks louder than the words I said. Customer smiling, but reading my move. Value on the table, got something to prove.
Brand is strong, but budget is tight. They want premium feel at a discount price.
I can't just sell, I gotta align.
The needs and their goals somewhere with mine.
You see, negotiation ain't a fight or war. It's finding the space we both came here for. Not win, lose games or pressure plays. It's building long-term marketing ways.
Know your partner before you speak. Best alternative if the deal goes weak. Do your research, map the zones. Oprah tells you where deals get grown.
Let's make a deal, not break the trust. Value first, not price or bust. You win some, I win some too. That's how partnerships come true. Read the room, feel the tone. Every signal sets the zone. Shake that hand if it feels real. Smart marketers, let's make a deal.
Anchors drop when the first price lands. Sets the frame that shapes demands. Too high, you scare them away. Too low, you leave cash on the way.
Listen more than you speak out loud. Needs high, deep when buyers sound proud. Ask the questions, uncover pain. Solve their problem, that's your game.
Bundle the offer, adjust the frame. Add more service, not just name. Delivery speed, support, warranty. Marketing value builds equity.
Emotions drive what logic defends. People buy stories, not just trends. Trust is currency, hard to fake. One wrong push, the deal might break. Break the deal, not break the trust. Value first, not price or bust. You win some, I win some too. That's how partnerships come true. Read the room, feel the tone. Every signal sets the zone. Shake that hand if it feels real. Smart marketers, let's make a deal.
Distributive when the pie is fixed. Intuitive when interest mix. One splits price, short-term play. One builds markets that last for days.
B2B or retail floor. Same core rules at the negotiation door. Relationships speed, quick wins fast. Lifetime value is built to last.
Buyer says, can you go down? Seller thinks but doesn't frown.
Trades not cuts, that's the art. Exchange value part by part. Let's make a deal, grow the pie. Not every game means someone must lose or cry. Marketing minds know what's real. Brand plus trust, close the deal from first offer to final sign. Strategy lies between the lines. Win together, that's the skill. Future marketers, close the deal.
Negotiation isn't pressure or spin.
It's where relationships begin.
Price is numbers, value is feel.
That's the power behind the deal.
Nobody treats you this. Not in school, not in meetings, not in plans. But every choice you make is strategy. Every yes, every no, every fast, every slow, every door you walk through shapes the road you'll know. Time you spend, people you choose, dreams you chase, risk you refuse. Silent moves decide the life you'll never lose. You think you're living day to day, but your design future clay. No boardroom, no title, still strategy runs your life. Life is strategy. Every move you make has a mill. Chances you take with a fall. It's still your design. You write the code of your own timeline. Life is strategy. Play it wild. Every down road leads to right. The game ain't love, it's clarity. The light. Yeah. Strategy. Some chase noise, some chase gold, some chase stories never told. Some sell time, some build control. Energy flows when focus goes. Pressure shakes the mind that grows. You don't drift for purpose flows. Busy days gon' mean you lead. Strategy decides your speed. You allocate time like firms allocate capital. You invest in people like brands invest in markets. Position yourself without even knowing. Life isn't random, it's designed and path. Life is strategy. Every step you place, build you up, not just your pace. Crowds may run, but you decide which dreams live and which ones die. Strategy, secret. Here is love, vision is need. You don't wait for destiny, you desire reality. Some people live by accident. Strategists live by design.
If love was free, we'd never sign. No terms, no clauses, you would be mine. But hearts have risks, and trust is cost. So we write contracts before we're lost. We started simple, late night calls. No rules, no locks, no written walls. Just open time, just open space. No fear or loss, no guarded place. But then came doubt, small but real. Unspoken things we couldn't seal. Who gives more? Who might leave? Who protects what we believe? Love feels warm when trust is high, but fear makes safeguards multiply. So we write off contract, line by line, to find your heart, to find what's mine. Who commits, who stays, who pays? If feeling shifts or loyalty sways, it's not romance, but it protects. When trust is low, love builds defense. Where risk is high, control reacts. That's how hearts manage transaction costs. Transaction costs. Some love markets move too fast. Short-term flames that never last. Search costs high, too many faces, too much time, too many chases. Some partners hide, some partners play. Opportunists dressed in ballet. Sweet words spoken, truth unclear. So governance structures appear when trust is strong. We gon' need walls
love contracts, written or not, protect the fear of what we've got. From broken trust to hearts through highs, through costed paths.
Market shifting, pressure grows, opportunity appears, who knows? Built too slow, alliances try. Sometimes firms decide to buy control, the assets move with speed, own the capabilities you need. When timing matters, bold and clear, acquisition season's here. It's the takeover, step inside, full control, no need to hide. Merge strength, expand the play, corporate strategy on display. It's a takeover, move with pace, claim the market, take the space, but every deal comes with a cost. Win it right or values lost. Friendly talks or hostile bid, boards approve or try to rid. Synergies the leaders claim, execution wins the game. Score can grow and power rise, but smart firms still analyze. Price you pay and risk you take, every deal's a path you make. Growth is fast when firms combine, but integration draws the line. It's the takeover, step inside, full control, no need to hide. Merge strength, expand the play, corporate strategy on display. It's a takeover, move with pace, claim the market, take the space, but every deal comes with a cost. Win it right or values lost. 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 Friendly talks or hostile bid, boards approve or try to rid. Synergies the leaders claim, execution wins the game. Score can grow and power rise, but smart firms still analyze. Price you pay and risk you take, every deal's a path you make. Growth is fast when firms combine, but integration draws the line. It's the takeover, step inside, full control, no need to hide. Merge strength, expand the play, corporate strategy on display. It's takeover, move with pace, claim the market, take the space. Win it right or values lost. It's the takeover, or values lost. Or values lost. Or values lost. Or values lost. In acquisitions, execution decides.
In a world full of ordinary views, I was searching, then I found you. Something different, something true, kind of value breaking through. Hard to copy what you do. There's no substitute for you. You're valuable, you're rare, nothing else can compare. They can try, but they can't recreate this advantage we create. Built to last, strong and true. My forever edge is you.
when speed alone decides the race. But wolves don't burn their strength away, they stretch the hunt across the day. Step by step the pressure grows slowly, every hunter knows. Endurance hunter, steady pace, winning not by sudden chase. Miles and miles the trail is drawn, persistence carries the victory on. Speed may shine a moment bright, but endurance wins the rules in binders, lines so clear, every role defined right here. Hierarchy tall, authority strong, procedures guide the work along. Decisions move from top to base, stability sets the pace. Rules or rhythm, choose the way, control the system or adapt each day. Stable worlds prefer control, changing markets need a flexible soul. Oh, 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 a flexible soul. Oh, 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 oh. Organic organization. Ideas flow from every side, teams connect and boundaries slide. Communication moving wide, innovation becomes the guide. Less hierarchy, more debate, creative paths accelerate. Mechanistic works when change is slow. Efficiency helps the system grow. Organic shines when markets move, flexibility helps firms improve. Rules or rhythm, strategies call, structure must support it all. Different worlds require design to keep organizations aligned. Oh, 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 oh. Organizations aligned. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Morning starts with dashboard light, numbers glow in red and white, charts and targets on the screen, every metric running the machine. Managers ask the question clear, are we winning this quarter here? Track the numbers, watch them rise, performance measured, quantified.